And our big focus on left, right and centre this evening. Well, the Maha camps are battle ready but without a chief minister face. A gamble both the alliances are hoping would pay off. Well, while both the blocs have kept the chief minister card close to their chests, choosing a man for the chair will not be an easy task. In the Mahayuti, it's Eknath Shinde, the accidental chief minister as many would call him, and now the Sena strongman, and of course Devendra Fadnavis, the man who offered to quit after the Lok Sabha drubbing for the BJP. These two are the obvious frontrunners, though the whimsical Ajit Pawar cannot be ruled out either. In the Maha Vikas Aghadi, meanwhile, the big question is who will settle for the kingmaker's chair if the alliance does come to power? Sharad Pawar, the grand old man of Maharashtra politics, or Uddhav Thackeray, the chief minister unseated in the big 2022 Maharashtra coup. On Left, Right and Centre tonight, we ask, in the race for the Maha chief minister chair, is it a problem of plenty? Well, joining me on the show this evening, well, I'm being joined by Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist. Rohan Gupta of the BJP is also with us. Matthew Antony, spokesperson of the Congress, is also with us. Also, Brij Mohan Srivastava, spokesperson of the NCP. Sanjay Gupta, leader of Shiv Sena UBT, is also with us. Let me go across to you first, Rohan Gupta. Well, Devendra Fadnavis in an interview to NDTV today has said that the chief minister will be decided after the elections, after the verdict is out. This is not a gamble that that usually pays off. Why not decide on a chief minister face going into the election?
See, obviously, in alliance where you have different parties fighting together, obviously you cannot decide the chief minister's candidate, and he has rightly said he has been realistic. On the other side, if you see the Sena, what they are saying that, okay, we are the front runners, but they are the only people talking about themselves, And at the end of the front runners, Mr. Pawar did them at 85. Both were putting their ambitions crossing hundreds. But at the end of the day, when you see that nobody is crossing even 100. So I think there are a lot of issues as far as the alliance is concerned, and it will be difficult for them to come out clean. On the other side, obviously, there are issues. There are some teething issues, but we are able to declare almost 200 seats now. So let's see. As we are concerned, we are confident. And as Fadnavis has said, after the elections, the CM face will be decided.
An interesting point you're making, and Brij Mohan Srivastava come in on this, because what Rohan Gupta essentially is saying is, while of course the Mahayuti has also not declared a chief minister candidate, at least it's a unified message that is being sent by all alliances. Would you say that that message is not as unified when it comes to the Maha Vikas Aghadi? I mean, it was just a couple of hours back perhaps when Jayant Patil said that the chief minister face is a numbers game. And you have, other leaders, of course, Uddhav Thackeray has also said in the past that I have stakes, and he has made that clear. So would you say that, well, that's the difference between the two alliances?
Vedanta ji, actually, this apply on the Mahavikas Aghadi group, but it doesn't apply on us. Because presently we are having our Chief Minister Eknath Shinde ji, and we personally feel that he is working well, and when we will get sufficient and a majority in house, means when Mahayuti will get the sufficient majority in the house, then this matter will be discussed. But I personally feel that Eknath Shinde ji is a CM face for us even today, and he will be for tomorrow also, because we are having no dispute as well as in our NDA. It's very clear. BJP is the largest party, but even they have chosen to give support to Eknath Shinde ji, and he is a chief minister. So, being a major party, BJP has to decide that who will be the face of chief minister after this election.
Sure. But
personally, we feel that they will also support Eknath Shinde sahab. Yeah, and personally, we feel that there is no dispute between NCP or Shiv Sena or BJP regarding the chief minister face.
Sanjay Gupta, what would you say on that? Because that question also applies to your alliance, perhaps more than them. कि BJP और NCP, अजीत पवार का ये कहना है कि भाई जो सबसे जो सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी है कैंडिडेट्स के नज़रिए से या इवन अदरवाइज इवन इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रेजेंस, उस पार्टी का चीफ मिनिस्टर होना चाहिए। आपके अलायंस में अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग बातें कर रहे हैं। उद्धव जी ने ऑफ कोर्स पहले ये कहा है, आपके कई शिव सैनिक्स ने भी ये बात बोली है कि भाई हमारे स्टेक्स हैं, and Uddhav Thackeray was of course a former chief minister as well. The Congress says Delhi will decide what the Congress's CM pick would be. तो एक यूनिफाइड मैसेज कहीं ना कहीं नहीं है अघाड़ी का।
यूनिफाइड मैसेज तो अभी इनका भी नहीं है। जिस तरह से बीजेपी के स्पोक्स पर्सन ने कहा कि हम देखेंगे, डिसाइड करेंगे कौन चीफ मिनिस्टर रहेगा, और फिर जिस तरह से ब्रिज मोहन जी ने कहा कि नहीं सीएम फेस तो एक नाथ शिंदे जी हैं, उन्हीं के फेस पर हम कर रहे हैं, तो इनके विषय में भी ये डिसाइडेड नहीं है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर कौन रहेगा। और रही बात नंबरों की, तो सीएम तो मिस्टर शिंदे साहब हैं जिनके नंबर 40 हैं, और डिप्टी सीएम जिनके हैं उनके नंबर 105 हैं। नंबर से क्या होता है? नंबर तो जिस टाइम उद्धव जी थे तब भी नंबर क्या थे? तो नंबरों से महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति नहीं चलती। महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति विचारधारा से चलती है। और जो है ये हमने तो डिसाइड कर ही रखा है कि हमारी तरफ से कौन चीफ मिनिस्टर रहेगा, भले ही वो डिक्लेयर हो या ना हो। क्योंकि
आपने
जिस तरह से
ये आप अच्छी बात कह रहे हैं कि आपने डिसाइड कर रखा है कि कौन चीफ मिनिस्टर होगा, तो उद्धव सेना के हिसाब से, संजय गुप्ता के हिसाब से कौन चीफ मिनिस्टर होना चाहिए महाराष्ट्र का?
देखिए, महाराष्ट्र में जिस तरह से उद्धव जी ने चीफ मिनिस्टर के तौर पर काम किया था, उनकी प्रशंसा खुद प्रधानमंत्री साहब ने की थी और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने की थी और महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने की थी। और उद्धव जी ने एक और मिसाल पैदा की थी कि किस तरह से एक चीफ मिनिस्टर को प्राइम मिनिस्टर के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन करना चाहिए, किस तरह से एक स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन करना चाहिए, जिस तरह से एक केंद्र सरकार में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए, एक चीफ मिनिस्टर का प्राइम मिनिस्टर के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए। उसकी प्रशंसा खुद प्रधानमंत्री साहब ने भी की और खुद उद्धव जी ने भी की।
तो ये आप दिलचस्प बात कह रहे हैं कि आपके हिसाब से उद्धव जी का जो कार्यकाल रहा है बतौर चीफ मिनिस्टर, उसकी प्रशंसा हुई है और उस कार्यकाल के हिसाब से उद्धव जी को ही चीफ मिनिस्टर फिर से बनना चाहिए। मैथ्यू एंटनी ऑफ द कांग्रेस इज आल्सो विद अस। मैथ्यू एंटनी, would you agree with that? Because Prithviraj Chavan, when asked who should be the chief minister and who is the Congress backing, said that, well, Delhi will decide, the High Command will decide. But your alliance partner here is saying that Uddhav Thackeray, basis his work as a chief minister, basis his experience as a chief minister, his popularity as chief minister perhaps, he should be the chief minister of Maharashtra if the alliance does come to power. What do you have to say to that?
Vedant, good evening and good evening to all the panelists. What we are actually focused right now is on winning the state of Maharashtra as Maha Aghadi, and with a clear majority coming into the space, we are neither agreeing nor disagreeing to any of the names which is being proposed, because every party in the alliance would like to have a chief minister from their side. It's nothing but natural. But after the election, we will sit across, depending on the election results and how it has come across. All the alliance partners will decide.
Aren't you dodging the question? Would the Congress
I'm not dodging the question.
As Uddhav Thackeray, with Uddhav Thackeray being the chief minister if the alliance does come to power? And why not declare a chief minister candidate? I mean, it's always worked. If you have a chief minister, I mean, in Haryana, of course, we saw that there was this back and forth, and that perhaps also contributed to the poll drubbing that the party faced in the state.
Vedant, I didn't disagree to Uddhav Thackeray's name. What I'm saying is that after the election results, we will sit across and then we will decide who is the best amongst the three of the one or the major alliance partners, and then we will decide who is going to be there. The BJP spokesperson also said the same thing. After the election, the alliance partners will sit down, consult and decide. So that's basically an alliance principle for that matter. That's what we are agreeing here. We have no objection to anybody becoming a chief minister from the alliance. However, the decision will be taken after the election results, basis how the people of Maharashtra has voted and how we can run this government, and we will take that decision.
Okay, that's a fair point you're making, but I mean, perhaps still no real backing as far as Uddhav Thackeray is concerned. But as you said, you're not disagreeing to Uddhav Thackeray's name. Anyway, Amitabh Tiwari, come in on this. You've written a very interesting piece today on Maharashtra. And, one thing that we've seen in the Maharashtra Lok Sabha polls as well, that perhaps it's three parties, the BJP and the two factions of the Shiv Sena, which have emerged as pan-India or pan-Maharashtra parties. And perhaps, is that something that you would agree with, that these are the only three parties which have a pan-Maharashtra presence? All the 6 regions, in fact, that you've described very comprehensively in that piece that you've written on NDTV.com, the chief minister has perhaps to be from one of these three parties?
Yeah, see, essentially, if you see Lok Sabha trends, the Congress party was not leading in any assembly segment in Thane, Konkan, whereas the NCP SP was not leading in any assembly segment in Mumbai, and the NCP AP, of course, in 3 to 4 regions. So, in terms of presence, these two or these three parties now have emerged as parties which have pockets of influence across the regions. Now, both the alliances are talking in the same tune that whoever gets the numbers or post poll, we will see who gets to become the CM. Now, if you see, even in the Lok Sabha elections 2024, though we fancy a lot about presidential style of elections, etc., the number of people voting in the name of the prime minister actually declined from 17% to 10%. And the Lok Sabha elections we saw became localized in many states. So if a Lok Sabha election can become localized, then this is a highly localized election, a seat by seat election, where the CM face may not matter. The BJP does not want to commit to Eknath Shinde as CM face because it may or may not want to have the same arrangement. Why should it give the CM chair to a party which has 40% or 50% of the MLA? So it wants to keep the doors open. It keeps the morale of the cadre and the second rank leadership also
even in the
high.
seat sharing, we did see that the BJP got the lion's share of the seats.
Yeah, because it is the leader of the alliance, but somehow it has placed the captain cap on Eknath Shinde's head in the deal which was made in 2022. Similarly, here, there is no clear leader. Though Congress is the strongest of all the three parties, there is no clear leader of the alliance because NCP, SP and Uddhav Sena have face splits. So they have just 1/3 of the number of MLAs of Congress. But Congress perhaps does not have a face compared to a Sharad Pawar or a Uddhav Thackeray in the state, and that's why it's not pushing too much. But post-alliance, we'll see one CM and two deputy CMs from whichever alliance comes to power. So it all depends on post-poll dynamics now.
In fact, that's an interesting point you made. I remember when the 2022 coup, as it were, happened, Uddhav Thackeray made a very interesting statement. He said that, can the BJP promise a Sena chief minister? That's how the BJP managed to checkmate, Uddhav Sena as well by, appointing Eknath Shinde as a chief minister. That was very interesting, and which is why BJP continues to be the leader of the alliance in many ways. But before I get in the BJP spokesperson, Matthew, Anthony, a quick response to what Amitabh said about the Congress not having a leader in Maharashtra as opposed to Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar of the Shiv Sena and the NCP.
Vedant, it's not the question of about one leader. It's a question about, many senior leaders with us, starting from Prithviraj Chavan to Nana Patole to Vijay Wadetiwar to Balasaheb Torad. We have many faces who can be a potential chief minister and even more. So we will decide after the elections on how it has to be chosen. If the Congress is kind of getting an opportunity to have the chief minister from our side, then we will have to choose from many of the senior leaders from our side. Similarly, if it is Shiv Sena, UBT, it is Uddhav Thackeray ji. So that's how it is like. So we will decide after the elections, but I completely refuse to accept that particular allegation that Congress doesn't have a face. We have so many senior faces from different parts of Maharashtra at this point of time. And they are electorally proved leaders who have got electoral success also.
Okay. But it's not an allegation so much, it's more like analysis. But Rohan Gupta, something interesting that Amitabh Tiwari said, that are you really fighting the Maharashtra polls also in the Prime Minister's name? In Haryana, of course, we saw that you had a leader, you had Nayab Singh Saini really leading from the front, and senior leaders like Manohar Lal Khattar also saying that Nayab Singh Saini is our leader. But as far as Maharashtra is concerned, would you say that while it may be a localized election, you are still banking heavily on the Prime Minister's popularity, which remains intact, even though it has gone down, but it remains intact in the heartland?
See, it is the combination of central government and state leaders which works, because when you go to any state also, I was there in Haryana election completely. It is a combination of both. And when you say Nayab Singh Saini ji, he was the new leader just before 6 months, a young guy, he was made CM. And obviously all the other leaders, they might have small issues, but they accepted. This is the basic difference between BJP and Congress. BJP creates new leadership. BJP creates the freshness. When they realize that after 10 years there might be some anti-incumbency, they ensure that the new leader comes in front and he serves the people. That is a basic difference. See, when you come to Maharashtra, it is why it is interesting, Vedanta, is when the people see, they see that when two alliances are fighting, where is the confusion? People don't like confusion. Like if we see Haryana, people rejected confusion. When the senior leader of Congress party, she was openly saying that she's not been taken in confidence. People don't like confusion. Here there is a clarity in the alliance. When we declare more than 190 seats, or when we have coalition, if you see the number of seats also, and when you come to MVA, you see that Sharad Pawar, which party won only 32 seats. If you extrapolate Lok Sabha elections into assembly,
fact,
they won 30. Now they are fighting.
I'll get the Congress to respond to that.
Just let complete Vedanta. Just give me 2 minutes. My point here is very simple.
I'll come back to you, but there's some breaking news also coming in. The Shinde Sena has released its next list of 20 candidates, and Milind Deora is set to contest from Worli. Well, this was almost expected. This was something that we had, in fact, broken as well earlier on NDTV. So Milind Deora is up against Aditya Thackeray. So Worli is going to be extremely interesting, given the fact that you have now two young Turks really in the electoral fray. But Sanjay Gupta ji, आप कैसे देखते हैं इसको? Milind Deora against Aditya Thackeray. Worli has really been a Sena stronghold, a Thackeray stronghold, so to speak.
मिलिंद देवरा जी आदित्य जी के सामने कोई ऐसी अहमियत नहीं रखते। मिलिंद देवरा जी कोई इतने बड़े नेता नहीं है कि वो ठाकरे परिवार के होते हैं। आदित्य ठाकरे और उनके नाम पर तो महाराष्ट्र चलता है, तो उनकी सीट तो निकली हुई है, उनकी सीट में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। लेकिन मैं तो पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में एक बात ये कहना चाहूंगा कांग्रेस से, क्योंकि हमने तो कभी केंद्र के अंदर ये नहीं देखा कि कौन सा मंत्रालय में मिले ना मिले। कांग्रेस ये सोच, हमारे लिए तो सीएम ही सबसे अहम महाराष्ट्र का रहा, क्योंकि बाला साहब का सपना था। कांग्रेस ये सोच ले कि राहुल गांधी जी के लिए उन्हें प्राइम मिनिस्टर के लिए सपोर्ट करवाना या उनके लिए महाराष्ट्र के सीएम की कुर्सी ज्यादा अहमियत रखती है।
लेकिन आप फिर बड़ी कंट्रोवर्शियल बात कह रहे हैं कि ठाकरे के नाम पे पूरा महाराष्ट्र चलता है, और फिर आप
I want to say something.
नहीं एक बार संजय जी कंप्लीट।
बाला साहब की देखिए, बाला साहब की एक अपना सम्मान है, अपनी एक इज्जत है, ठाकरे परिवार का अपना सम्मान है महाराष्ट्र में और देश के अंदर। तो उसी कैपेसिटी में उनको उनके जो काम है, तो आदित्य जी उस सीट से 100% निकलेंगे। मिलिंद देवरा उनके सामने कोई ऐसी अहमियत नहीं रखते कि वो उनको डिफीट कर सके या उनको हरा सके चुनाव में। तो आदित्य जी तो हमारे उनकी सीट में कोई किसी भी किस्म का कोई खतरा नहीं हमको दिखता।
रोहन गुप्ता, क्विक रिस्पांस एंड आई विल गेट इन द एनसीपी स्पोक्सपर्सन। यस रोहन गुप्ता।
यही अहंकार को हरियाणा ने ठीक से धोया है। ये जो अति आत्मविश्वास ये चलाते हैं, ये कौन सी भाषा है? ये देश तय, ये जनता तय करती है, ये आप मैं तय नहीं करते हैं। और यही अहंकार था कि 70 सीटें आएंगी, हवा चल रही है, लहर चल रही है, सुनामी चल रही है। सारी सुनामी, लहर, हवा सब घर पे रह गई क्योंकि जनता कुछ और चाह रही थी। Let's not be, we cannot be arrogant when we debate the things. All of us, we are sitting here, we can just analyze the situation. But saying that
मध्य प्रदेश में जाइए और लोकसभा के चुनाव में क्या हुआ ये भी देखिए।
Okay, let me quickly touch upon some other interesting aspects of the electoral battle. I take both of your points. So of course, what Rohan Gupta is saying is right, given the fact that we have seen a complete decimation, perhaps, of the first families of politics in the past few years, particularly as far as states are concerned, particularly. But Brij Mohan Srivastava, quickly, do you think that the battle for who is a real NCP and who is a real Shiv Sena, that battle has been settled, would you say, given the fact that in the Lok Sabha polls, we clearly saw Sharad Pawar and the NCP bounce back and how? So that battle seems to be settled.
Maybe we can say that still it is waiting who is the real NCP, and we are sure that we will prove it this time. Last time, due to few reasons, we have not achieved that target. But we learned so many things due to this Lok Sabha defeat, and now we have changed. We have improved so many things. We are having now with good combination of the three party leaders. Okay. We are having good combination in the ground level with the Shiv Sena and the BJP worker also. Sure. So this time we personally feel it is this result will not be the same. It will change 100%. Okay. One thing is very clear. No doubt we are depending on Shri Narendra Modi ji popularity, because he is our leader and he is a known popular leader in our country. And this alliance is working under him, under his direction only. So
Absolutely.
we will try to cache his popularity in Maharashtra also, and on the other hand,
Okay, Amitabh
our
Tiwari, the
government is
last word
also
to you
achieved.
very quickly, because we clearly see that all parties of the alliances, both the camps, have ambitions. What would you say is going to be the ultimate factor that will decide the chief minister face for both the alliances?
You are asking this question to me?
In both the alliances, actually, we've seen that the numbers also do not matter, because we have a party with a 40% seats becoming the chief minister. So this fear of not letting go smaller parties, because there is a general feeling that some more rounds of hopping could take place in a post-poll dynamics. So nobody wants to take a risk this time by declaring a CM phase.
Sure.
Even in candidates, if you see, risks have not been taken because there is a lot of chance that rebels or independents could contest and damage the prospects of both parties. Ultimately, the battle will be decided between Congress and BJP in the Vidarbha region, because
Sure.
that's largely a direct battle, and where NCP, SP do not have significant presence, and it also has a high number of seats.
Absolutely. So that's perhaps is going to be the most important factor. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for being with us. In fact, Radhika Ramaswamy is also joining us on the phone line. Radhika, so the second list, the fresh list is now out. And Worli, of course, is going to be perhaps one of the most keenly watched constituencies.
Absolutely. As far as Eknath Shinde Sena is concerned, yes, this is the second list. Earlier, they had announced a list of 45 candidates. Now, 20 more candidates by Shinde Sena being announced. So, a total of 65 candidates have been announced by Shinde Sena. Yes, the biggest name coming out of the second list is of Milind Deora. He will be contesting from Worli constituency. He will be pitched against Aditya Thackeray. So it's going to be a keenly watched out constituency. Of course, Milind Deora, an experienced leader, an MP from South Bombay earlier. He had been an MP twice. He was with the Congress party for the longest time. Shifted sides, joined Shinde Sena early this year. Now he was an Rajya Sabha member as well. Now he's been given up the tickets to contest from a Worli constituency. He will be contesting against Aditya Thackeray. Besides that, a couple of more interesting names, which include Nilesh Rane and also Sanjay Nirupam. Again, another turncoat. Sanjay Nirupam had also shifted from Congress party due to disagreements. He joined hands with Shinde Sena. Now he will be contesting from Dindeshi constituency. This is as far as Eknath Shinde Sena is concerned. So a total of 65 names have been released by Shinde Sena at this point, and Congress also releasing a fresh list just now.
Absolutely, and Radhika, it's going to be Worli, which is going to be the most interesting constituency as far as Maharashtra is concerned, Aditya Thackeray versus Milind Deora. So clearly, the battle for Maharashtra only heating up. No chief minister face as of now in both the camps. With that, we'll step to a short break now. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.